Yeah, good evening. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Monday, the 3rd of May 2021. This is just my weekly analysis video where I go over all the pairs I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods. Normally I do these videos on a weekend, but unless I get some spare time, I think I'm just going to do them on the Monday evening now. Just it seems better for me. I like to have a break from trading on the weekend, so probably Monday night I'll try and aim to do these videos, or Monday or Tuesday anyway. So a big welcome to all the new members. Thanks for joining either the Facebook group or the Telegram channels. Anyone can join that. Anyone's watching this video, you're more than welcome to. There'll be links to those in the video description below. Also, if you do like these videos, please hit the like button or the subscribe button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Now, all my trading, hang on, I'll bring up a Word document you can read while I'm jibber-jabbering. This Word document here just explains all the different colours, lines, indicators, etc. on my charts. There's a lot happening on some charts where I've got multiple trades on the same pair if I'm hedging. It can be a little bit intimidating, a little bit confusing for some. I appreciate that English is not some people's first language. You might not understand the Australian accent. Just pause the video, read this, take a screenshot. I'll bring it up at the end, but generally I'll explain what's happening on the charts as I go along anyway. So I'll just leave that up while I explain. Mate, all my trades are called live in the Facebook group and the Telegram channels at the time I take the trade. So when I take it, I take the actual trade, physically take it, then within 15, 20 minutes, I'm posting that I've taken the trade, and I'll also post any trade management on those trades, like partial closes, stop loss movement, that sort of stuff. And all the trades are recorded on a shared spreadsheet. There's a link to that in the video. So that's available to everyone. There's been over 1,300 trades, I think, on the daily chart, so it's a fair sample size. Also record every screenshot, every new trade screenshot, and that's also in a shared folder. So there's plenty of transparency, etc. It's not perfect. You get the warts and all trading on the daily time frame. Sometimes it's frustrating, sometimes it's boring as bat, you know what, but it's just a safe, consistent, easy way to trade. Anyway, let's move on. So generally what I like to do is have a look at the news. So we'll bring that up first. Now, this is just the Forex Factory economic calendar. It's set up for me in my local time. I live in Vietnam, so this is all in Vietnam local time. If you wonder what Vietnam time is, just Google what is the time in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City right now, and that'll tell you exactly where it is. So I only look at mainly the high impact ones, which are the red mark ones, and this is only scheduled news. So this is news that we know is going to happen. Just keep in mind there's news that we don't know is going to happen that could cause market movement. This just basically gives you an idea what's happening. So today we had a holiday in the UK, so it'd be all pretty quiet over there. I think it's May Day or Labor Day, whatever they call it. Same in Japan. And see, like Fed Chair Powell speaks. So it's in the US. That's 1:20 a.m. after midnight tonight for me. The big ones, New Zealand employment numbers. So that's probably a big one for New Zealand pairs. What have we got here? Interest rates. There was supposed to be, yeah, there we go. Here's another big one. This is probably bigger than the New Zealand interest rates. Australian interest rate news. I'm not sure why the cash rate's only a medium impact. It's an interest rate decision. They don't expect any change, but it has a bearing on what they're thinking of the future. So it's Aussie interest rates, and we've got further interest rates down here too. I think you'll find, yeah, UK interest rates, official bank rate, votes, and official bank rate for the UK. So big moves and shakers there. And we'll go down further. Friday's a big day, first Friday in the month. Canadian employment or unemployment numbers, depends which way you look at it, and USD employment or unemployment numbers or non-farm payroll numbers. So they're two market movers. So big week in news. So just be careful of the news. So let's get on to the charts. TradingView. Had some dramas with TradingView. I like TradingView, but I'm on this. Yeah, I'm on these charts every day, and I'm always updating with the button at the top. I know it does autosave, but keep on losing all my data down here. It's a real pain sometimes. I like TradingView, but geez, sometimes it does my head in. Anywho, moving on. This is my watch list on the right. These are all the pairs I'm trading in alphabetical order. If they're highlighted in blue, means I've got trades on them, which is most of them. And if they're not highlighted, no trades. If they're highlighted in yellow, means there's something I would be going to tell you guys about, but because it's midweek, I've already told you everything. If it's highlighted in pink, it means I'm going to take some action, but because it's midweek, again, you're not going to see that. All right, so let's start off. Go to you can see my notes on the charts, plenty of trades, a lot of lines. That's hence I want you to read that Word document. Basically, we'll look at the far right. Red line is a sell trade. So you get the vertical and horizontal. So the last trade was this sell trade in here. S1, S2, S3, and match up these sequence 1, sequence 2, sequence 3. Now, back in the day, I was taking hedging sequence on a lot of these pairs. That's why there's some of these pairs like the Oz Swiss, Oz USD, Euro AED. You'll see them as we go through. GP, Pound New Zealand, New Zealand USD, USD Swiss franc. You'll see a lot of pairs with lots of old trades. So sequence 1 started all the way over here. I'm just trying to work my way out of it. If you're not into the hedging, don't worry about it. Just concentrate on what's happening on the right edge of the chart. So sequence 1's a hedging sequence. Now you'll see my notes up here, profit to date. That's all based on just the one pair since I've been trading this pair. Based on a 0.02 lot, which is 20 cents a pip roughly. I have an overall break even, not applicable on this stage because it's a negative number, and overall I'm minus 0.02 down short. So that's sequence 1's hedged. Sequence 2 is this sell in here. That's the stop, this red dotted line. As you can see, it's gone against me, nearly hit my stop, come down, gone back up, come back down the entry level, bounce back up again, coming back down again. My stop's still there. I took sequence 3 buy. You can read the notes on what's hidden bullish divergence. So green trend lines represent bullish divergence, red trend lines bearish divergence. Blue trend lines are just something that interests me. In this case, nice little double top or resistance level. In this case here, just a trend line, just a general trend line. So as I said, the charts look a bit messy, a little bit intimidating, but if you weren't worried about the sequence 1, or you'd be looking at sequence 2, sequence 3. Now, if I've got hidden bullish divergence, I'm not placing a stop. I'm going to try and work my way out of it. You can see the first trade here on sequence 3 was taken with the MACD Platinum, which is this lower indicator here, below the 0 level. So I'm looking for buys when it's below the 0 level and sells when it's above the 0 level. The 0 level is this grey dotted line here. So in the meantime, we took a buy, hedge sell, second buy, second hedge sell. Now, if you'd taken that original buy, you would have had your stop. If you're more of a traditional trader, you would have just stopped below here somewhere or just below the 50. You probably would have been stopped out. Or you may have got out when the sell signal came. And here's another buy. You could have taken this buy based on still hidden bullish divergence. Your stop would be below here somewhere, and you'd probably technically still be in this trade. My last signal was this sell. It's hard to see. There's a red dot on the QMP filter just under here. That was that sell there. So it's just hedging, protecting that sequence 3 position. In the meantime, sequence 2 is going nowhere and sequence 1's hedge. I know that's a lot to take in on the first chart. Probably not. Once I clear all these, it'll be a lot easier to see. So let's go to Aussie Yen. Bit more simpler. All right, sequence 1 started here. It was a buy. You can read my notes. There was hidden bullish divergence. You can see it here. Higher lows on price, lower lows on the MACD Platinum, which is an oscillator. So the original trade was a buy there. You would have just stopped there. You'd still be in this trade, or you may have got out if you on the reversal signal. Then there's a hedge sell, second buy, second hedge sell. Now I'm on a third buy. This yellow dot dash line is my overall break even, which we're getting close to. MACD Platinum's just about through the 0 level. So if tomorrow this popped through that yellow line and it covered my my overnight swap, etc., I'd be tempted just to get out of that, depending on how it pops through this blue line, which is a big major resistance level at the moment. It's getting close, heading in the right direction, which is good. So yeah, you can read my notes there. Pause the video, read any 21. All right, Aussie New Zealand. I did take a trade this morning, took a buy trade. It was called in the Facebook group and Telegram channels. A little bit late on entry because the new candle opens at 4 a.m. local for me. I don't get out of bed till 6. So that's why it's not right on the open. Sometimes you get a better fill, sometimes you don't. So you can read the notes. Hidden bullish divergence. This blue line was a resistance level, bang, head up, popped up. Now support, sort of meandered around, went back down. I'll just keep it on the chart and see if this goes through. MACD Platinum's below the 0 level. Nice easy buy, straightforward, no stoppers yet. If you had a stop, it'd be in here somewhere. All right, Aussie USD. Like I said, this is one that I am like the Aussie Swiss in old sequence 1 all the way over here. Don't worry about it too much. In the meantime, been racking up the profits on this. So 2,100 on the Aussie, not bad going. Here's my overall position size. These green lines are just big numbers. The Aussie does work around big numbers a lot. In this case, that's a 70-cent level, 75-cent level, and 80-cent level. So you can see how price bounces around these sometimes. This yellow dashed line, a little bit hard to see, is my overall break even for all trades. So my last trade was this sell, which was this morning, a little bit hard to see. There's a red dot on the QMP filter, which is, remember the QMP filter is these green and red dots on the price chart. All they are is a combination when the MACD Platinum and the QQE are in sync. The QQE Advanced, which is not displayed on the chart. When they're in sync, it creates these red and green dots, which are my trade signals. The MACD Platinum's on the charts to give you an idea where it is in relation to the 0 level. So here was this last sell, which was a standalone sequence 2 sell. You can read the notes there. I haven't got a stoppage yet. High risk trade because the MAs, there's a 50 EMA, 100 EMA, and a 240 LMA. Technically, they're heading up, so price is bouncing off them. Got this little resistance level here, a blue line, and also technically a lower high and a higher high here, so hidden bearish divergence. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, but there's a sequence 2 sell trade there, and I've added to my sequence 1, took a sell, so I've taken 2 sell trades on this candle. So looking for it to come down and hopefully break this low here, which I can probably extend out a bit, which is just another sort of support level. You just keep on adjusting these lines on the charts every time you go to them. That's what I do anyway. Now let's see if we can find a cleaner chart. CAD Swiss, this is a cleaner chart in the buy from back the 22nd of April. You can see it there. There's my notes, hidden bullish divergence, pretty straightforward. Price come back to the MAs nicely, popped up, and we're going well. When I took the trade, MACD Platinum's a long way below the 0 level. Now heading up towards the 0 level, probably in a couple of days if it keeps on heading up. When it gets through this, I will look at maybe closing half and bringing the stop in place, probably below this lows here. Then look, my next sort of target area that I'll be considering taking some action with is high up here somewhere, something like that. But nothing to say this thing could just roll over and go south tomorrow. CAD Yen, let's have a look at the CAD Yen, sort of same deal as the CAD Swiss. They seem to move together. Took a buy, I've already closed half. It broke through this previous high, so I can probably get rid of that line, don't really need it at the moment. In the meantime, I'm drawing trend lines, adjusting them every day, every time I go to the charts. They're not confirmed yet, so if I keep on going up, keep on going up, and keep on going up, it's no longer divergence, so I just delete the trend lines. But in the meantime, I'm just keeping up to date, keep the charts up to date, just a bit of preparation. So this, I've already closed half, put my stop in place here. It was very similar, based on hidden bullish divergence through the 0 level. So looking good on that pair. Euro Aussie, similar to Aussie USD, and a lot of trades from way back here somewhere. Lost some of my lines as usual. So sequence 1's hedge, sequence 2 is the latest one. Sequence 2 was based on hidden bearish divergence, so I didn't use a stop. Again, your stop would be above the highs. Where you put it's up to you. Now I've taken a sell, hedge buy, second sell, second hedge buy, and as you can see, the MACD Platinum's still above the 0 level. the MACD platinum will always go to the zero level eventually. Now, whether that's good and gets me out of a sequence at break even or better, who knows? But look, it's been above the zero level since early March, and it's still above the zero level. So what I'm looking for now is another sell trade to break the hedge on this sequence here. So we're hedged on here, hedged on there, and as you can see, overall break-even hedge, good profit on this pair. The green line there is the 1/600 number, a big round number. Euro CAD, pretty sure I'm going to sell here. Yeah, nice sell. Up here, it's coming down towards its previous low. MACD Platinum's getting close to zero level. Maybe the next day or two, I will consider closing half and putting a stop just above these highs here, something like that. Euro Pound in a sell. Lost my line completely. I'll fix that up in a heartbeat. Yeah. So sell in there. Jeez, Jim. All right, sell there. So I took the sell, gone against me right from the get-go, hasn't really broken the previous high. I've drawn this trend line across the lows, looking for, because that red dot's still valid. See, price has gone up, MACD's gone down. So there's still strong divergence there, and I'll just sort of draw that for you so you can see it. Like, the MACD's going down, not a very good trend line, but you know what I mean. And basically price has gone up there. So there is divergence. I've drawn this trend line across if this thing tomorrow doesn't break this previous high and has a nice clean break to the downside of this trend line here, I'll consider taking a second sell in there. It'll be for 0.06. So I'll take a second sell there because this sell signal is still valid and there's been no green QMP filtered dot. And as long as this thing's not really broken to the top side, I might have another crack here. It's a high-risk trade, high-risk strategy, but sometimes, these trend line breaks are pretty good, and this thing looks like it wants to head down still. Euro yen in a buy back here, already closed half. It was a tight, high-risk sort of buy at the time because it was already at the highs, etc. Already closed half, brought my stop up, and it's going all right. So we're heading in the right direction still, so we can probably get a little bit more profit out of that. Euro New Zealand, nothing doing here, no trades. It's been in a bit of a range. Have a look at these candles. There's probably about 2 weeks worth of down, up, down, not sure, down, up a little bit, down, up, up. So it's really range bound. I don't mind trading this pair, some half decent profit. Euro USD, new sell trade this morning. Already in a buy from back here, closed half. My stop is just below this big number, which is the 1.20 level. When I took that sell, I think a concern is I'm at the 1.2000 level. It's a big number, but it gives me a partial hedge. Taking that sell today, overall break-evens is yellow dash line. So overall break-even, because it's negative 0.01 overall, as long as price remains below that yellow, I can close both trades and profit. So pair it up, mind trading sometimes, and sometimes you'll see notes. First buy loss was $28. So I took a buy in here, and I lost $28 on it. So I'm on the second buy, trying to recover some of that loss. MACD Platinum still below the zero level, so it's a valid signal. Nice buy, good divergence, and so you can see sequence 1 was my buy. There's my notes there. Sequence 2 is the new sell today. MACD Platinum's a long way above the zero level. It's not going to my favourite at the moment, but ideally I want to see this pop down through that 1-2 number, take out that stop, take some more profit on the buy, and keep this follow through with the sell. The worst thing to happen to me would be it just pop down, take out my stop, and turn around and go up, which is always a risk. Pound Aussie. Yeah, Pound Aussie, very similar to the Euro Pound, except in reverse. I took a buy, whereas with the Euro Pound, I took a sell. The buy was based on the hidden bullish divergence, as you can see there. It went against me right from the get-go, started to pop up again, then turned back down. In the meantime, drawn this trend line across here. MACD still wants to head up. break this trend line cleanly, I may consider a second buy. It's pretty close to the original entry, so I might just keep it in play. There's been no sell signal, so the buy signal is still valid. If you were just trading with a stop, it'd be below the low here. You'd still be in this trade. So that's a pound Aussie. At least it's heading in the right direction today. Pound Swiss. Now, this is one I hedged this morning. Again, I took all these pound sort of pair trades at the same time. There's a lot of correlation there. I wasn't really that impressed with them, but we're seeing how they work out. So this is a buy here based on the hidden bullish divergence, as you can see by my notes. Went against me. Again, I've started drawing this trend line, but today I got a sell signal. So that forced my hand. And again, I'm drawing these trend lines in, just adjusting them. You can see prices heading down, MACD still heading up. So I took the hedge sell. It's gone against me. I don't care because I don't want the sell trade. Really, it's just there to protect the buy. So I'm locking in a loss between that buy and that sell. Now what I'm doing is waiting for a new buy signal to release this hedge and go to the upside. So that's what I'm waiting on. As you can see, it's setting up. There's hidden divergence followed by possibly regular bullish divergence there. Pound yen, let's have a look here. This one is similar. Yeah, all right, here we go. This is a good example. The original trade was based on hidden bullish divergence. Again, like all the pound pairs, went against me, came down. MACD still headed up. I've lost both my trend lines there. What's going on? What is going on? Just give me 2 seconds. I probably should pause the video, but if you don't know how to draw a trend line, this is a good example. So yeah, so those trend lines should be there, and there's one up there, something like that. So hidden bullish divergence first up to get me in, went against me, drew this trend line through, popped up through right to my entry, so I didn't bother about taking the second trade. It's on my entry, so it popped up nicely, and Friday's come down, Monday's going back up again, MACD platinum still below the zero level, so it's paired up my trading, at least it's heading in the right direction. Pound New Zealand, this is one of my messy ones, and now here's one that has popped through the trend line nicely. Let's have a look where we're at. So I'm in 2 old sequences here. These are from a long time ago. Sorry about this. There's a sequence 3 there. There is a buy. I'm going to have to check that. Again, my notes have disappeared. I don't know why. I checked all these charts before. Anyway, there's a buy in here. I'll have to have a look at that. I'm pretty sure I've taken a buy here. No stop and plays because it's based on hidden bullish divergence. I'm going to have to, all these notes would have been here. And now there's a nice little support level. I've drawn this trend line through here. It's popped through the trend line. I might tomorrow, I'll confirm everything, but I'll have a look at taking a second sell trade on that tomorrow. So I'll highlight it in pink. And I'll also highlight that one in pink just because they're the ones I'm looking at. So yeah, second buy trade there, sorry. So I've taken a buy trade already. It's gone against me like a lot of these pound pairs, and it's popped through, broken this trend line. And if it keeps on going up a little bit further, I'll take a second buy trade. MACD platinum's below the zero level. I'm not going to worry about these. These are going all right. Yeah, okay, I just had a bit of a sneezing fit, so I had to pause the video. So I checked. There is a sequence 3 buy trade there. That's confirmed. It's just one buy trade, 0.02, no stop and place. So yeah, I'll have to tidy that up tomorrow. So it looks like I'm going to be taking a trade anyway, so I'll have to tidy it up. It'll be a second trade on this only, and I'll leave these 2 others going because at the moment they're both positive. This is a pair I've made plenty on, $10,305. So it's a pair I don't mind trading. Bit messy, I know, but I'm just going to keep on taking money profits when they present. That's the pound New Zealand. Pound USD. Now, I'm in a few trades here. Lost more notes. This is... Sorry, guys. I checked these charts before I started this video, and they were there. I don't know. They keep on disappearing. So I'll have a quick look while I've got this open, because I'm pretty sure sequence 2 is that sell there. So, yeah, I lost my notes again. Trading good. People love it, but, geez, sometimes it does my head in. All right. I can confirm. I'm just looking at my spreadsheet. There's definitely a sell there, sequence 2. There's a stop and place up there. went against me. There was this nice resistance levels. It's come up against it a few times and it's went down. I thought, yeah, Friday looking good, but Monday going the opposite way. Overall break even for sequence one's down this yellow line here. It's also a pair I've made plenty on, $9,000 something, which is good. Yeah, that's confirmed. So not the end of the world, but I've got to fix up my charts. Yeah. New Zealand CAD, let's see if this one's all right. All right, good. We're in a sell here. Going well, heading down nicely. MACD Platinum's heading towards the zero level where I'll probably take some action. If not, I'll definitely around this low here, somewhere in this area. If it gets down here, I'll definitely close half and add some profit there and put a stop in place. I'm probably just above the entry. So pair it up, mind trading. It has some nice moves. The New Zealand CAD, if you just traded the red and green QMP dots, you do it right on this pair. New Zealand yen, no trades on at the moment. Profit date's okay. Big numbers, 80 and 75. Just meandering at the moment at this previous high. I was in a sequence of trades in here and got out for a small overall profit when it sort of struggled to get through this recent high. New Zealand USD, very similar to the, see their notes are there, very similar to the Aussie. The Aussie USD and the New Zealand USD tend to move very similar chart patterns. But the only difference is I'm a few more sequences on the Aussie, the New Zealand, sorry. This morning was a new sell signal. It's a bit hard to see. There's a red dot on the QMP filter up there. Took a sell. I'm in a buy here, sequence 3. Notes are up here on the left. So I took a buy there. I've already closed half and it stops in there. So I've locked in profit on that. So it gives me a partial hedge on the new sequence 4 trade. If you're only trading the right side of the charts, that's sequence 4. You can see my notes here. It's nil stop. Nice resistance level, which is this red line, obviously. Hidden bearish divergence. Technically, it's also, you should look at the super high on the MACD Platinum and same high sort of on the price. Partial hedge with the S3 buy. Meanwhile, sequence 2 is this one back here, was based on divergence, hidden divergence, and it's one I'm trying to get out of. I can't seem to get out. Made some good profit, nearly $3,000 on it, so it's not the end of the world. Everything's heading in the right direction. Just a matter of just keep on working at it. That's New Zealand USD. I'll go to the USD Japanese yen first. It's nice and simple compared to the USD Swiss franc. So buy trade, similar to a lot of the other yen pairs, and we're going up nicely. MACD Platinum still below the zero level, heading towards it in profit. It's a bit of a grinder, this pair. I think it'll get to the MACD Platinum, get to the zero level before we get to this previous high, but you never know, it could just roll over. See how we go. USD Swiss franc, this is my pet hate. I dislike this pair immensely. The good thing is, made plenty of money on it. Profit-wise, good. This morning had a new buy signal, so I closed out. I've got 3 old sequences, sequence 1, sequence 2, and sequence 3. Lots of trades. But I closed out 3 sequences, added to my profit, so I'm just keep on grinding away at the profit. Overall break-even's way off the chart, so don't worry about going there. I'm not going to get there anytime soon. Sequence 4 is probably what you're interested in. Don't worry about these old sequences. Sequence 4 is a new buy trade this morning. So you can read the notes. Nil stop at this time. Hidden bullish divergence. So that was initially hidden bullish divergence where I got the green dot. I know there's not a green QMP filtered dot there, but you can see lower lows on the MACD Platinum or the oscillator and higher lows on price. Then the MACD starts heading up. Price starts heading down. So we've got hidden bullish divergence followed by regular bullish divergence. So it's like a 1-2 or a double whammy. So that to me is a good little signal. I like that. If you just traded that pattern alone, you'd probably do all right in trading, but they don't pop up that often. That's the problem. And humans get bored very quickly. So anyway, I took a buy this morning here. So it was I closed a sell here on 1 sequence, 2 sequence, 3 sequence, and replaced those 3 sells with 3 buys. So we're just pivoting these old sequences, and a new sequence 4 trade gives me an overall break even up here somewhere. Good profit. Just keep on adding to the profit. So that's it for the charts, guys. I'll bring up that Word document again in case you're wondering what all those colourful lines were. and you had no idea what I was talking about, again, pause the video, take a screenshot or read it, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. So hopefully that cleared a few things up for you. Thanks for watching the video. As I said, everyone's more than welcome to join the Facebook group or the Telegram channels, and discuss anything to do with trading. I always love to see how other people think, how they trade, how they, like my ideas aren't perfect, and I always like to see people take some of my ideas and make them their own. That's what I really look forward to. It's just limited by your imagination. You've got to find a method or a trading system that you're comfortable with and it's overall profitable. Anyhow, guys, enjoy the night. Thanks for watching, and I'll chat to you probably in a week's time, and good luck with your trading going forward. Cheers.